It's time for TOL. Y'all know what that means. And it is week 3. We got Levi's serial killers all decked out in white like a pretty little bride going up against Jeremy Samuels, the Logs, not sporting their traditional green. Of course, over yonder in the other league, TFO, Jeremy Samuels' Logs have been dominating. Easy schedule. But nonetheless, kicking serious ass, and Doyley's having a season for the ages. But let's see what happens here. So the Killers with a great return all the way out to the 43. Tony the Tiger is going to hand it off to Captain Crunch, who's going to plow forward for a yard. Tony's in shotgun formation. He's going to send his back out. Got a little bit of pressure coming up in his face. Then he checks it down to Larry. I love the check down. Larry should have gone back to football 101. You break it to the outside when you're that far down, and you put the guy's butt in between the back. A diving deep throw, nothing doing there, 2nd and 10. Oh, called play. They're going to be all over Larry. Who the fuck is Larry? All right, pressure up the middle to the crook, and he can't get anything, so that's going to trot out the field goal. Most people did not pay their kicker very well, didn't think it was worth the money. They might have paid him okay. That arrow's moving pretty slow. I still think it's a shank attack, and it is. So the Oaks will take over. Dexter Doyley in the back, a lot of pressure there, and he throws a pick to start the game. That is painful. Throws an INT. I guess he should stick to running back. Tony the Tiger with a pitch out to Larry. He's sprinting, hurls a man, and a big pickup. And they're taking advantage of that great field position. After Doyley's costly INT. Here comes that cross-off tackle, one of the best plays you can use. And boom, plows in. 17 yards. Now they go motion. First time we've seen them move. They fake the handoff. He's got a man down low. He decides to force it, but pushed it too far. If the guy down low had simply sat, life would have been golden. Now they swing it with a T-sweep. He's got a lot of blockers in front. One man to beat. He does not score, but he does move the chains. 1st and goal to 2. Shotgun formation. They send everybody deep, a little bit questionable. Someone's tangled up. Oh, he threw it too far. They've got 2 shotgun plays, actually. Now they go pass again. Personally, Doyley should just scramble in. Terrible throw. Who was he looking at? That's not Doyley. That's Tony the Tiger, my bad. Pressure up the middle and incomplete. So a 1st and 2 turns into a 4th and 2, turns into a field goal attempt. Squandering that INT. Not a great kick, but he's so close, doesn't matter. The lucky leprechaun puts it in. And Woody Harrelson stands at the 5, got good speed, but he's brought down immediately at the 15. Nice open field tackling. Doyley goes red gun, not afraid to throw again despite the disastrous first attempt. He's got several choices. Fires it to Oak, who's pretty slow but has sure hands on that one. There's pressure up the middle for Doyley. Does a quick fire, gets the jump for Gino Baronski, who then gets a couple of divers, but then he coughs up the ball. However, there are some Logs there. Oh, but now it's in a sea of Tigers, a sea of serial killers, and Bear has decent speed. He's continuing to run, gets a great block. He's at the 20, one man to beat, and he just trips him up at the 12. Let's see if that will save a touchdown and turn it into a field goal or not. They struggled inside the red zone last time. Called play, not the way you want to start. 2nd and 15. Double back set for the Tiger. Goes that cross-off tackle. There's a lot of dudes there. He tosses a couple of people, and he's going to fire his way in. They told him, you goddamn well better score. Quaker Larry fires it in. Great play. You will remember me. Shitty kick. Doinks off. So it's only a 9-point lead. Woody once again back to receive at the 10. Hits that outside, gets to the 27. Right back into the red gun. They saw something they liked. They had some good possibility. Pressure to the oak. Knocked away. I get a little twitchy every time I see that oak. And it's not my team. He does have a dump off across the middle. Decides to go deep for Fur with a jumping catch. Everybody thought it was overstretched. Looked actually like it was going to be a pick. But Fur with a brilliant catch, reaching those tall limbs up there. Doily throws it out of bounds. Motion again. This is a heavy pass team. They've got their man open. They've got two deep men open. They go Fur deep in the end zone. A diving grab. What a catch by Douglas Fur, who laid out for it and saved Doily. Not a great throw, but an unbelievable effort by the QB. Not a particularly good kick. Doinks that off. So it remains a 3-point game. Neither team able to successfully make an extra point. Here comes Wendell. And he is tied up and then brought down. They've been able to move the ball. Let's see what they do here. They swing it to the captain. He's got some speed. Oh, can't use his blockers there. The man wisely dove through two of them and took out his legs. Still got a first. A lot of these run plays average pretty serious good rushing yards. Can't toss the man, but a huge pickup around the 25. Make it to 26. They go right back to the run play. Better coverage. He's trying to find people, though. Look at Larry. Apparently going in the middle of the field and bowling the hell out of people is a recipe for success. Quaker Larry scores again. Finds the end zone twice in just a few Tecmo minutes. There's pressure racing up the field and blocked. 0 for 3 are these teams on extra points. Woody takes it at the near side. This time angles back, but again, great coverage. He hasn't been able to get anything going. Doily looks to drop back to pass. He may take it himself. Oh, he had a man wide open, could not find him. Oh, now it's a called play. Lucky that's not the flea flicker. They still swallow him up for a 6-yard loss. They go right back to the red gun. Pretty good coverage. He's got his quick dump outlet to Spruce Willis, but he's way too slow. Will not pick up the first. Brule will put a man out on a football field who already has dementia. So they fire to Jones. Wendell stands at the 6. Going to get overwhelmed, but still almost to the 20. Oh! But his bone is sticking out of his thigh. Chef Wendell will retire for at least this game. That's going to bring in Mikey Likes It. RB4, unlikely to be paid particularly well. However, Wendell was not a starter anywhere else. There, Larry tried the bowl over approach, but they were ready that time. Grabbed his jersey, brought him right down. Does he get a second chance? They do. This time they're all over it. He loses all the yards he gained. 3rd and 11. Log's desperate to hold him here. Here comes motion. The line holds pretty nicely. He fires it to Larry, who makes a great move all the way down to the bottom of the field. Gets out to the 45. Will keep the ball. Time a factor. 52 seconds left with about 55 yards to go for Pater. They swing it to the captain. Got pretty good blocking. Decent speed. Bad angle. Another bad angle. One more man to beat. They do tie him up, and that will force a field goal. That play burned a lot of clock, so out trots the kicker. Let's see what he can do. Bottom hash, it's missable, and he shanks it. Way too much pressure, a little bit too much milk in that cereal. Soggy, no resistance, all that hard work for nothing. Don't think they have much potential to do anything here, but we can find out. They fire it to Spruce. Incomplete. 1 second left. Needed to call the red gun. They called the right play. Still going to be awfully tough to get the TD. Pressure on him, and he just throws it out of bounds instead of risking an INT. So the Killers dominating, but have squandered some potential. Really should be up by about another 9 points. Given the missed field goal and then the missed field goal from the 2, and then the missed field goal at the end of the half. All right, here comes Woody. This time he tries to run through people. But the end result, not too much different. Does get out past the 30. Line holds pretty nicely. Oh, and Doyley starts just the way he did. He throws another pick to the Bear. They try to go right back to him, see if they can hit. Can the line hold? It does hold. They've got their man streaking down. They decide to throw to the other guy instead. Foolish. Should have just waited a minute or two. He would have been well down the field. Now they try the delayed draw. We haven't seen it much, but we've seen they've been a little weak in the middle of the field. May not have paid those inside linebackers too well. Now they pitch to the outside. Larry takes a terrible angle, but is strong enough to force his way across the first down. Oh, called play here. Captain Crunch with a big loss of 6. Crunch that. Now they cross off tackle. Larry takes an unusual angle there. He had the green. He didn't stay with it. He dumps it off to an engaged man. 4th and 12. That will bring out the field goal unit. Can he redeem himself? Kicking has been atrocious, and I think it's still too high. Blocked. Doesn't even get out there. Now picked up by a reasonable speed. Jeremy Samuel himself. All the way back, a huge block and return, and they start with great field position, 2 scores down. Got plenty of time, man in his face, gonna fire it through, and another INT from the Frog. He leapt to use those powerful hind legs and leaped up. I think he even got the ball with his tongue. That's legal when you're an amphibian. Captain Crunch fights hard for 5. Larry working hard, gets the first. They go right back to Larry. Got a nice path there. Able to sneak through. Look at the moves. That's what you're looking for. All the way to the 41. But they're onto it. Captain Crunch loses 7. They don't want to abandon that play. They like it when those blockers sneak out. Crunch is fighting hard. A huge 3rd and 6. Will it be a long field goal? Will it be a punt? They decide to run for it. Gutsy call. And it does pick up the first. Needed 6, got 8. Now they're in shotgun, trying to lull him to sleep with all the runs. He's got a quick dump off if he wants to use it. He does. To Captain, who picks up a nice first down. But they swing it to Crunch. He's going to lose 6. 3rd quarter beginning to wind down. 1 or 2 plays left. Now they pitch it up. We haven't seen this pitch run all that much, but it's been working pretty well. 3rd and 9. Last play, they go shotgun formation, decide to pass. They've got deep people, and he may try to run himself. Oh, the Tiger fought somebody off and then avoided somebody else. Tony the Tiger, there you go. Impressive. All right, Woody fires it down. Woody with his first great return of this team of the year. I don't know about the year, but this game. Oh, he may score. Woody's going to go all the way. That's how you start the fourth quarter, folks. Look at Woody take it. White men can still run. Way to fire that in there and keep this puppy a game. The extra point is good. So it is back to pretty much what it's been all game. Now they go onside. Do they get a friendly bounce? It does bounce backwards, and I'm pretty sure the Logs recovered with tons of time left. Pressure up the middle. Got lots of choices here. Fires it to Bronski. Takes forever, and it's knocked down. They do the rollout. Doily able to hit Bronski this time. Gets a couple of divers. Gets another diver. Not a ton of speed. Gets some divers and is able to get it all the way to the 5. Here comes motion. We haven't seen the reverse. Oh, he's able to step over the fallen man, and then he's able to hurl himself. Fur says, not only can I do diving catches, I can do impressive runs, and he punches it in. Chance to make it only a 2-point game. And, does not. So it stays a 3-point game. Those extra points are elusive. They go onside again. This time it's right to the crumb. There was tons of time left. A little bit of a gamble. They haven't been able to stop them much on offense. Let's see what happens. Here comes that sweep. Pretty good blocking. Decent angle, but Captain gets 11. You can feel the tension building. Who's going to take it through? He's got a couple of choices. Can he get a jump? He just totally overthrows that. I guess not a bad try on 1st and 10. Now it's a spread formation, delayed draw, but they read it brilliantly and nail him for a 7-yard loss. Out of field goal range, shotgun formation. Got a couple of guys going deep. What's he going to do? He is going to try to hit the deep man who is then covered. I didn't see anybody out there, but they fooled me, and that will force a punt with 2:46 left. They try the little pooch. Still probably going to be too deep. 1 yard too deep for Woody. That's too bad. They would have had him at the 5. Let's see what Doily can do here. Little bit of pressure. Oh, lucky that wasn't picked. Goes back to pass again. Line's been holding pretty nice. He's got Harrelson with a diving grab. Huge catch to keep the game rolling. They try to plunge it up the middle. Oak does nothing, and he will lose 4 on that play. They swing back. There's a couple of guys there. He throws it over them. And a pick! Again, he throws another pick. Super costly mistake by Doily. Here they do delayed draw. Crunch has a chance. Can't get some blocking. Picks up 9. Couple of first downs will ice it. They swing it to Crunch. He does have that first. Doesn't go down immediately. Clock continues to tick. They go right back. Seems like that's been their favorite play. Gets a couple of good blocks. Picks up 6. They've somehow got to get the ball back. Either a strip or something. Here they go with a draw. 28 seconds and picks up the first. That could pretty much ice it. What's he going to do here? He's just going to toss it deep. He does. 10 seconds left. Last play. Shotgun formation. Got a couple of outlets. Decides to fire it into rubble, and it's a pick. INT. But he is tackled immediately. Foolish throw, but it doesn't come back to bite him in the ass. Look at the running. 32 for 273, where the Logs only had 4. Tiger, though, only 20%. All the INTs, though. As many INTs as first down for the Logs. Doily was the bum.